RCL Studios in Los Angeles. I'm Jared Reimer with your Radio Connection Live News Brief. We begin in New England, where Saga Communications is expanding the reach of its news talk WKBK in the Brattleboro and Keene region. The company is adding additional signals to expand the WKBK brand beyond its existing coverage. The move strengthens Saga's news talk presence across the region while consolidating programming across multiple frequencies. WKBK has long served the Keene area with local and syndicated news talk programming. In public radio news, a major change could be coming to KTEP in El Paso, Texas. The University of Texas System Board of Regents has approved a framework allowing the University of Texas at El Paso and the El Paso Community Foundation to negotiate an operating agreement for 88.5 KTEP. Under the proposed arrangement, UTEP would retain the station's FCC license and responsibility for its broadcasting facilities. The El Paso Community Foundation would take responsibility for areas including staffing, programming, fundraising, and day-to-day operations. KTEP would remain an NPR member station and continue offering local programming and opportunities for UTEP students. The arrangement follows the loss of federal support for public broadcasting and efforts to develop a more sustainable financial model for KTEP. The agreement could also eventually provide the Community Foundation with an opportunity to purchase the station, although any transfer of the license would require additional approval from the UT System Board of Regents. In Dallas, Christian broadcaster First Dallas Media is expanding one of its digital services onto traditional FM radio. The company is acquiring translator K273BJ at 102.5 FM from Salem Media Group and is using the signal to bring KCBI's All Teaching channel to analog FM listeners in Dallas. The Christian Teaching Service has been available through KCBI's HD radio channels and digital platforms. The addition of 102.5 means listeners with a conventional FM receiver can now hear the programming without an HD radio or internet connection. The All Teaching channel is also expected to gain additional coverage through 770 AM as First Dallas Media continues developing the service. In Omaha, Nebraska, a longtime hip-hop brand has disappeared from the dial. Usher Media Group has flipped 106.9 KOPW from Power 106.9 to Country as Country 106.9, Omaha's hit country. Power 106.9 had served Omaha with its rhythmic and hip-hop format for approximately 2 decades. The change follows Usher Media Group's acquisition of KOPW and other Omaha radio properties from NRG Media. Country One enters an already competitive country radio market that includes iHeartMedia's KXKT, CAT 103.7, that's KAT, and Classic Country KFFF, The Wolf 93.3. The change also leaves Omaha without a direct commercial replacement for Power 106.9's rhythmic and hip-hop format. Turning to South Florida, a familiar radio brand has returned to the Palm Beaches. Little Dog Media Group has relaunched The Surf on 94.7 and 96.9. The station is positioning itself as Palm Beach's finest rock, with a playlist spanning multiple decades of rock and alternative music. The Surf replaces Jack FM on those signals, but Jack isn't disappearing. Jack FM is moving to 1000 AM WJBW in Jupiter and translator 93.7 W29 DJ in West Palm Beach. Little Dog previously operated The Surf in the Palm Beaches from 2019 until 2021. And finally, there's a major leadership change at Red Apple Media. Veteran broadcaster Lee Harris has exited the company only months after joining Red Apple to help launch its worldwide news network. Harris joined the company in May as vice president of news for the new network and was later promoted to senior vice president of news and programming. His responsibilities expanded to include programming strategy and content development for 77 WABC and Red Apple audio networks. Worldwide News Network launched May 23rd as a 24-hour national radio news service following the end of CBS News Radio operations. The network recruited several former CBS News Radio journalists as it began supplying newscasts and breaking news coverage to affiliates. Red Apple Media owner John Kazmadeus had previously described Harris as a game-changing talent. Harris's departure comes as Worldwide News Network continues attempting to expand its affiliate base in the United States and internationally. Red Apple Media has not announced a permanent successor. And that's this week's look at the stories making news across the radio industry. From our RCL studios in Los Angeles, I'm Jared Reimer. This has been your Radio Connection Live News Brief. And now, back to the I don't know what's going on in the weather department, but Los Angeles is back in a heat advisory department. Jamie T.